Hello everyone, this is Elevators with Anthony here for a video for all elevator fans to watch. And this is going to be my elevator t-shirt collection 2025 edition. Not much has changed from last year's video, but I did get a new elevator t-shirt back in October of last year. That's the only change, is that I got a new elevator shirt back in October of last year. The order is different. I'm gonna show the black colored shirts first, and then afterward I'll show the ones that I have in blue, navy blue. So yeah, and I think judging by what you're seeing right now is my first elevator t-shirt. The first elevator t-shirt that I got for Christmas back in December of 2023. We got your fixtures, the call station, and the floor indicator up here. I don't know what these fixtures are. And if I said that these were like some sort of vandal-resistant innovation, I'm going to be dead wrong. So I'll just call them custom fixtures, since I don't know what the actual name of fixtures these are. But this is my first elevator t-shirt that I ever have acquired back in December 2023. Here is my second elevator t-shirt that I have in black, and it says, "I'm just here to ride the elevator." Generally, yes, I do that mainly for office buildings and outdoor strip malls, and for a couple of open to the public medical offices that are filmed at like Wiley Medical Plaza, Lawrence Star Medical Center, which I posted about a week ago, for example. In which I got this shirt back in April of last year. So about a year ago is when I ordered this elevator t-shirt that says, "I'm just here to ride the elevator." So yeah, there it is. Here is the OTIS, Kone, ThyssenKrupp, and Schindler shirt, also known as the elevator brand t-shirt, that are still around to this day. Because Kone bought Montgomery in 2000, and then ThyssenKrupp bought Dover in I think 2001 or 2002. In 1999 to 2001 is when they were doing Thyssen Dovers, like on videos I've seen from Northeast Mall, although I'm sure a majority of their parking elevators got modded by an unknown brand. But I've seen other Thyssen Dovers here in my area, like Bethany Crossing, Sam's Club, and Plano, off Spring Creek, and a few other Thyssen Dovers that I've filmed for YouTube. And something this year I've been filming a lot of Schindler elevators. It says Schindler on here. I have a lot of Schindlers this year, such as Final Rides at Willow Bend and the Schindler elevators at Stonebriar. So yeah, and I don't know when I'm gonna go back and film at Dillard's again, because that elevator was broken last time I was at Stonebriar. So if I ever go back, I'll be sure to film Dillard's. And of course, Otis has been around for a long time, and I said that Tony bought Montgomery in 2000. Back in I think the late the late 90s is when they were doing Montgomery Kones, like JCPenney, parts of Arlington Mall, JCPenney at Stonebriar, and Nordstrom Dallas Galleria. Those are Montgomery Kones, for example. There's the Otis and Kone ThyssenKrupp and Schindler t-shirt. Here is the things I do in my spare time t-shirt, which has these 6 things here: talk about elevators, look at, research, ride, think about, and dream about. I do all those things most of the time. And I have worn this t-shirt a bunch of times. Like at North Park, for example, Stonebriar Mall, which I did all those back in April, except for Dillard's and the glass elevator. And I've worn this shirt for other reasons too, besides those. So yeah. Now my favorite elevator t-shirt would probably be this one, as well as the Otis and Kone ThyssenKrupp and Schindler t-shirt. Those are those probably be those would probably be my two favorite t-shirts. All these are good, but this one and the Elevator Brands t-shirt are my most favorites. Here is the This Ain't My First Ride Elevator t-shirt. I've worn this shirt a couple of times too. And by the way, for the Otis and Kone ThyssenKrupp and Schindler t-shirt, I got that one back in February of last year. For the Thing to Do My Spare Time shirt, same time. And yeah, this one I got, I think the week or maybe 2 weeks before my birthday last year. And I wore this t-shirt when I filmed at few elevators in Frisco and Plano. Like the Otis Series 1s in Frisco and the ThyssenKrupps that I filmed back on my birthday last year. Which I have those videos on YouTube if you want to see them. But here's the This Ain't My First Ride. Believe me, I've been on plenty of elevators. This t-shirt, warning, may start talking about elevators at any time, sure. This is the only change to this video, is that this t-shirt is the one I got back in October of last year. And that is true. I'm not sure if some people understand that, but I'm sure they will once I start talking about it and why I've been interested in filming elevators for 2 years now. Yeah, today is May 20th, 2023, and in 10 days, this will be my 2-year anniversary for filming elevators here in the state. I filmed in Texas and California, and I filmed one of them in New Mexico, which I went to back in July of 2023. But here's the warning. May start talking about elevators at any time t-shirt. This is a cool one. This is also the last one I have in black before we go into the ones in blue. Okay, here are the shirts that I have in blue. This one right here is one I wore recently, and it's the Just a Boy Who Loves Elevators t-shirt. This is the one I wore when I filmed at Lone Star Medical Center and One Allen Center last week. Which the Lone Star is the Schindler and the One Allen is the ThyssenKrupp Auroras. The synergies. I hope to find more ThyssenKrupp synergies soon, as well as more ThyssenKrupp tractions in general. But this is what describes me liking elevators. Just a boy who loves elevators. Yes, that's what describes me as an elevator fan. And I got this t-shirt the same time I got the Thing to Do My Spare Time t-shirt and the last one which I'll be showing in just a second. So yeah, and I've worn this shirt a couple of times too. A lot in 2024 and once this year. So yeah. The last one I have is the t-shirt that says, yes, I really do need to ride all these elevators. This is one of the shirts I've rarely ever worn. I may have only worn this shirt once back in July of last year. For the other ones I showed, those are the ones that I've worn the most of. This is one I've worn the least of, so I gotta fix that at some point. But yeah, I am like this all the time, especially when I film at like Village at Allen, Firewheel Town Center, Willow Bend, North Park, and Stonebriar. I'm like that. I'm like, yes, I really do need to ride all these elevators. I'm kind of timid to do that in some ways. But there is the yes, I really do need to ride all these elevators t-shirt. And with this shirt, that's going to close the elevator t-shirt collection for 2025. That's all the elevator t-shirts that I own as of right now. Not different from last year's video, but other than the warning may start talking about elevators at any time t-shirt. That's the only change to this year's video here for 2025. So, yeah, that's the only change here. Pretty soon in a few weeks, I'll start my elevator fixtures collection. But if I can't do it on YouTube, I'll just post on Instagram, and I'll post the links on my YouTube community tab posts. If it doesn't work on YouTube, I'll just do it on my Instagram account, and I'll just copy the videos from there onto my YouTube discussion community tab posts. So that's how it's gonna go for my elevator fixtures collection this year. And before I go here, the reason why I have this elevator t-shirt out is because for the elevator fixtures collection in 2025, I have a lot of these elevator fixtures, especially for ThyssenKrupp and Schindler. For ThyssenKrupp, it's mainly Impulse and Aurora, and for Schindler, it's mainly Schindler MT and Schindler HD vandal resistant. Which I think I'll start with those fixtures first for the elevator fixtures collection, and then I'll go down to the traditional fixtures which Dover and ThyssenKrupp made, as well as the Koenig KSS fixtures, the OTIS Series 1 button collection, the Westinghouse collection, which is not on here. The brands that are not on this t-shirt are Dover, Thyssen-Dover, Westinghouse, Montgomery, US, and MEI. And there's plenty of other ones too that I'm forgetting about, but those are the ones that I know from the top of my head are the brands that are not shown on this t-shirt, as you can see. It just has these 4 elevator brands which are still around. So yeah, that's the only reason why I got this t-shirt back out, is for that announcement. So with that announcement out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Thank you for watching the 2025 edition of my elevator t-shirt collection, and I will see you guys in my next upload video coming soon. This is Elevators with Anthony signing out.